let's start with the New York Islanders. The Ducks play them tomorrow. And, oh, look at that. The Islanders are playing right now, and they're playing the LA Kings. What a coincidence. They're trailing the Kings 1-0, and with the Kings beating us last night, they're now 9-1-2 in their last 12 games. So they've been on fire. We need to start winning, which means Dallas Eakins needs to start coaching better.
That is correct.
The Kings are anywhere 9-1-2 in the last 12. We gotta start winning more games if we want to catch them in the standings. The Islanders have had a pretty tough season. They're 19-20-8, so they have rebounded a little bit, but early on in the season, they had to start the season 11 games straight on the road with the construction of their new arena in Belmont Park, New York, UBS Arena. The Islanders, they're 19-20 now, so they've clearly gotten better. It took them over 60 days, by the way, when their new arena was constructed, to get a home win. Ooh. Yikes. However, the Islanders, we cannot deny that they have some pretty talented offensive playmakers. Let's go over them, shall we? One of the more underrated forwards in the NHL is on the Islanders, and his name is Brock Nelson. Brock Nelson has played 642 games, all of which have been with the New York Islanders. He's been a very solid goal scorer throughout his career. He leads the Islanders this season with 19 goals. He only has 9 assists for a total of 28 points. The guy that you really have to watch for on the Islanders, who's talked about a lot, his name is Matthew Barzal, and he has 24 assists to lead the team, 12 goals to go along with that, for a total of 36 points. Josh Bailey is the other forward that we need to watch for. He, like Brock Nelson, have been playing for the Islanders for about 10 years. Josh Bailey is second on the Isles this year with 19 assists. He's not scoring a lot this year. He only has 3 goals. He has missed a couple of games due to some injuries. Ouch! In terms of defensemen to watch, Adam Pelech is one of them. He's been on the Isles for a number of years, kind of like the other guys mentioned. Has also only 3 goals, like does Josh Bailey. 12 assists, though. Pelech isn't much of a goal scorer. And then the biggest active player in the NHL and the oldest active player in North American sports, Zdeno Chara. Not a goal scorer anymore, or at least not a whole lot now because of his age. He's not the scorer he used to be. 8 assists and no points, and no goals. So those are the 5 for the Isles that we need to watch. And for the Ducks, it would be Rickard Rakell, who's been pretty hot lately. He got the game winner in the shootout, 3 goals in his last 5. Troy Terry got the lone goal for us against Los Angeles. He leads the team with 45 points. Trevor Zegras has 39 points. And let's also keep an eye on Isaac Lundestrom, who's having a solid season. 24 points overall. Hopefully he does play after taking a crunching hit in the Kings game. Ouch! With Semyon Varlamov playing in this game for the New York Islanders, who's having a bad year, we will face the Isles' #1 goalie tomorrow. His name is Ilya Sorokin. Sorokin, I don't really know a whole lot about him. I know he played in the playoffs last year for the Islanders on their run, and he was pretty solid. Sorokin actually, this year, he has 4 shutouts, so
impressive.
Clearly pretty good this year. He was one of the better prospects to come out of the KHL. That's where he originally was before coming to the NHL. KHL's in Russia, by the way. 16, 11, and 7 for Ilya. 4 shutouts and a 92 save percentage. Pretty solid for him. The Bruins game, this could be tougher because when we played them in Boston, they had some injuries and we were facing a declining and oft-injured Tuukka Rask. So we will see Brad Marchand, the Rat as some of you may know him. He leads the Bruins in assists this year with 28 assists. He returned recently from a 6-game suspension for comments, let's call them, towards Tristan Jarry of the Penguins. The other guy you need to watch for is David Posternock. He's their leading goal scorer, and he's been having a lot of 40-goal seasons in the past couple of years. He's only 28 now. Seems pretty likely that he'll get to 40. Actually, yes. With the exception of the COVID-shortened season, Posternock had a 48-goal season in 1920 and was sub-40 goals in the last 3 years before that. So, point is, he's pretty good.
Correct.
Patrice Bergeron, no relation to Tom, has 3rd place on this team with a total of 37 points. And then defenseman Charlie McAvoy, who gets a lot of assists, has 32 points on the season. And in Charlie's last 5 games, 4 assists. Posternock has 4 goals and 5 points in his last 5 contests. I expect them to play... I'm going to guess that they're going to play Linus Ullmark and give Jeremy Swayman, their new backup goalie, the game in LA before they play us. I could be wrong by that because it's 3 days out. And if I'm wrong, and you're all welcome to laugh at me in the comments section because Ducks fan Matt isn't smart. And finally, predictions. With how bad the Ducks were, I'm calling losses on both games. And now you can call me a little bit dramatic for that and saying that, Matt, you have no faith in this team. Well, I kind of feel that way right now with how badly the Ducks played against the Kings. I would love to see them win, but I just don't feel like it's going to happen. I have the Ducks losing to the New York Islanders. Let's say this game goes to overtime. The New York Islanders will win 3-2. The Bruins game, the Bruins have significantly more talent than we do in terms of guys like Marchand and Pasta. I think the Bruins are going to have a pretty convincing game against us, and they're going to beat us by a count of 5-2. All right, everybody, that is predictions. What did you think of this episode?
Lame.
Leave your comments in the comments box down below. Click like if you haven't already, and remember to subscribe for more of my tariff-free videos. All right, everybody, have a good night. Stay safe. Let's go, Ducks. Let's rebound versus New York Islanders and the Boston Bruins. Go, Ducks!